Hi, my loves. Welcome. This is going to be a wish list video. I want to share with you guys my fall decks wish list. I have a few decks that are still they're on pre-order right now. And so these are decks that I want to add to my collection, but they haven't yet come out. And I thought it would be kind of fun to go through the list with you guys and just show you what is on my list and what I want to get and what I'm hoping to be able to work with throughout the future fall seasons, because some of these decks aren't going to be out till literally the end of October, but I thought that would be fun. So if you were interested in seeing what is on my wish list for fall, please keep watching. All right, so I have my laptop set up so that I have a visual for myself, and then we will share the visual for you guys too, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And if this gives you deck lust, if this gives you deck lust, if this feeds your tarot and oracle loving soul, then I hope that this gives you some inspiration. But yeah, first things first though. When it comes to decks that I work with, I am mostly a mass market deck kind of a reader. I don't own very many indie decks. I do have a few, but I think aside from like Baba Studios and like every once in a while somebody that I'll find on Instagram, I don't really have very many. I don't know why. I think it's easier to access a deck when you can just order it on Amazon, or I find it on Barnes and Noble. Like, that's just always been me. So the majority of my collection is a mass market collection. I make use of every single deck that is in my collection. I use it. I abuse it. My cards get shuffled like crazy. They get used like every single day. So I don't really buy decks that I know I'm not going to touch. So there's literally even my most rarest decks in my collection will get touched and used. I work with every single one of them. So just FYI, this list that I'm going to be showing you, everything is mass market, just so you know, and everything can be found and ordered on Amazon. So let's get into it. So I do want to talk about the book first, because I do have one book on my wish list, and I think it kind of works with this collection because the creator of this book is actually a creator of a very well-loved oracle deck, the Memento Mori Lenormand and Oracle deck. She also created the Anatomy Tarot, the Ephemera edition. She also created the Oracle of Oddities, and that creator is Claire Goodchild. Now, she came out last year with the book of seances, and if you own that book, you know just how beautiful her stuff is. Her collection, her aesthetic, everything about it is absolutely beautiful. I love that book, and she is coming out with the book of ancestors, 304 pages. So it's a 304 page book. Find spiritual healing and everyday magic in this beautifully mysterious guide to communing with your ancestors. So I do see this as an extended addition to her seance book. Also, if you work with ancestors, or obviously when you're doing mediumship, you are connecting with someone's ancestor. This book will also be a really cool, addition to it. It's beautiful. It says it's a guide to magical rituals and your family history. So this one comes out October 3rd. You can pre-order it right now, but it will not be released until October 3rd. So just FYI, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. And then when you can see the pictures, they show a little bit of like what the inside of the book looks like, and you can't go wrong with her stuff. It's so beautiful. Let's talk about so let's just get the one and only winter deck out of the way. This is the Seasons of the Witch, the Imbolc Oracle. Now, if you are familiar with Seasons of the Witch, then you know the art style, you know how the deck works. There's one for each season. So this one is not going to be released till November 1st of this year. And it pretty much is the season or the time period between winter going into spring. They do have a Yule Oracle, the seasons of the Yule. And I love to pull that deck out for Christmas time, but I think this one will also be fun to work with in the actual winter season. So I love it, and it's coming out just in time for that. We have it November 1st. So that is definitely on my wish list. These decks never disappoint. They're absolutely gorgeous. The artwork, everything about it is beautiful. It's super intuitive. The guidebooks are so potent. So I always recommend this deck to, people who are looking for a really fun witchy deck, or just something that will kind of get you going when you're like pulling cards for yourself, journaling, and all of that kind of good stuff. So Seasons of the Witch. Now let's just kind of get into the fall vibes. So fall vibes decks. This one, the Green Witch Oracle. Green Witch Oracle deck. Embrace the wisdom and insight of natural magic. So this one's been on my wish list for months, and it's not going to be released till December 12th. I'm a little bit sad about that. I love the look of the cards. You see the herbs, you see just the very simplistic but still beautiful artwork. The art style is just gorgeous, and I love decks like this. So you really get a witchy feel with it, but it's also soft. It has 50 cards, and it looks like the guidebook is rather chunky as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one. This has been on my list for a long time. So still on the witch thing, Cozy Witch Tarot deck. This one I'm on the fence on. I don't know if I'm going to like it, because the thing with me, you guys, is I don't really like humans on my oracle or on my tarot decks unless it's Rider Waite. It's either hit or miss for me, and it has a lot to do with just the art style and just the way it looks. This one actually looks really cute. It has a cozy vibe, so I guess they were kind of going with a theme of bring you a cozy witch tarot, a deck that goes perfectly with your comfiest sweater, a lit candle, and a steaming mug of tea. So when you read that, you just get that excitement because you feel like, it's the total fall vibe, and then here's the perfect tarot deck to work with it. I don't know if I'm going to feel it. I'm not sure. I'll probably still order it just to see, but who knows? But we'll see if it's going to be my vibe. Here's another one that I'm not sure. So this one is actually currently available. It's not on pre-order. The Literary Witches Oracle. If any of you guys have this deck, leave me a comment and tell me what your thoughts are. But the Literary Witches Oracle has been on my wish list for a while. I haven't bought it because I'm not sure if it's going to be something, again, if it's something I'm going to like, or is it going to be just something that falls flat for me. And what really draws me in, not only is it literary, so you have, the characters of very prominent books, but I also feel like the theme, the look of the cards, the aesthetic of the cards, the colors, it really draws me in. It's very soft. This one has 30 cards, so it's rather small. It's a small deck, 30 cards and a 70-page guidebook. So I would be really curious to know what your thoughts are on this deck. Do you own it? Do you like it? How does it read? What type of readings do you use with this deck with? Is it something that, is it something that I'm going to like is what I want to know. So let me know if you have this deck and what your thoughts are. I would love to hear it. So this one is called The Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. Now, this one is interesting to me because it has the runes on the cards. I don't know how to read runes. I've never studied it. I've never got into it. But I think that having a deck with the runes and actually learning about it would be kind of fun. My only gripe about this right now, right off the bat, that I could see, is it's a pocket-sized deck. And I personally do not like tiny little cards, pocket size. It's just not a thing for me. It is going to be released September 26th, so it is early enough to use this fall season. And the art style is really cute. You have the animals, and what is literally, I'm just going to be flat out honest, it has a whale card. So when I saw that whale, I was like, sold, you know. 24 card deck. Wow, it's really tiny. It's really tiny. So I guess that's why it's $12.99. Not bad. Not bad of a price. I don't know. We'll see. This one is kind of, I'm kind of iffy about it. We'll see if I decide to do it or not. But that's another one that I am curious about. So let's go into the horror decks. One of the ones that is already out is called the Universal Monsters Tarot deck. This one came out in July. And I have had it on my wish list, but I haven't bought it because there's some deck, like I was watching some of those deck reveal videos on YouTube, and there's some cards that just fall flat for me. I either don't know the theme of the horror movie that it comes from, or it just doesn't call to me. But then there's some cards that are absolutely beautiful, and I don't know. So again, do any of you guys own this deck, and what are your thoughts? Do you like it? How is the card stock? What is your opinion? It's a tarot deck, so it's full-blown 78 card deck. The guidebook that comes with it is 128 pages. So that tells me that the guidebook has enough information. It's going to have enough information that goes into each card. It's not just going to be a little white book. So I like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I think I honestly, now that I'm looking at some of the pictures, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'll probably end up ordering it. We'll see. The one that I'm really excited for is called the Classic Horror Oracle. So this one comes out September 12th. It is going to be out in time for spooky season. It is definitely going to be out in time for October. And I love that it's an oracle deck. It's like the horror tarot itself came out, I think like 2 years ago. I have a deck reveal video on that. If I remember, I'll link it in the description box. And I'm just excited to have an actual oracle deck dedicated to classic horror. So this is a 50 card deck. I really like the art style. I love the coloring in it. I love all of it. The aesthetic of it. It's really pretty. It's different. And I feel like it's gonna be a good one. So this is definitely going in my shopping cart as soon as it's available. I know a lot of people are excited for that. So this next one has been on my wish list for a long time. I always see it pop up whenever I do searches for Halloween decks. It is called the Ghoulish Garb Terror Tarot. It is a 22 card Major Arcana Tarot deck with a guidebook. The only reason why I have not bought this deck is because it's only the Major Arcana. It has a price point of $34.95, which to me I feel is a little bit high for just a Major Arcana deck. It has an 82 page full color guidebook, which I love that. And then, of course, the 22 major cards. Matte black edged cards for a gothic look. I don't know. I probably will end up just buying it because I always see it. It always pops up on my recommendations. So I'll probably end up giving in and just buying it. But I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Do any of you own this deck? What are your thoughts? Do you like it? Let me know. There's actually quite a few Halloween-y indie decks on Etsy. So if you are more into the Etsy decks, not the Etsy decks, but the indie decks, I recommend doing a search on Etsy because there's a couple of them that I can think of just in my mind, but I don't know what they're called, that I think, they look really, really good and really interesting. And I think, a lot of people would like them. So just saying, but do check out Etsy because Etsy does have quite a few. So this last deck that I'm really, really, really excited for is called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow Tarot. It is going to be released October 28th. I am actually disappointed that it's going to be coming out so late into the spooky season. I wish they would have pushed this up at least by a month so that we can enjoy the deck throughout October. But that said, it does look like it's going to be a fun one, especially if you're into Rider-Waite. I see that the deck itself follows the Rider-Waite imagery, and that makes it really exciting for me because you guys know that's my favorite. I'm sold. So obviously it is a 78 card deck. Let's see if it says anything about the guidebook. It says 112 pages. So I think that that's the guidebook portion. I'm really, really looking forward to this one. But again, I wish it was coming out earlier so that we can enjoy it throughout October. But it is what it is. At least you know we're going to have some fun ones to work with next season. And then obviously throughout the year, like you don't just have to use these decks in spooky season. You can use them all year long. So I am definitely looking forward to the Sleepy Hollow Tarot. So that is my list of decks that I'm excited for, you guys. Like I said, I just mainly look for mass market decks. I'm sure I'm like missing out on quite a few, but if you guys have any recommendations for Halloweeny tarot or oracle decks, vampires, zombies, witches, like all, you know, all of that stuff, send it my way because I would definitely like to see what else is out there. And yeah, just feed me with all of your deck lust ideas and, you know, recommendations. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to just put something little together real quickly. I hope you guys are doing well. Obviously, once I have some of these decks in my possession, I will do a video and show you guys the, you know, the cards and do a little deck reveal video. I do have plans to do some deck reveal videos with some stuff that I already have in my collection that I haven't been able to show you guys. So stay tuned for all of that. And do I dare say I feel like I have a Halloween haul part 3 that I will be putting out there because I went to Marshall's and Ross yesterday and I did pick up some goodies. I went not crazy, but you know, I didn't hold back pretty much. We'll just say that. And I just have some really, really exciting ideas for the way I want to decorate my home this year. So that'll all be on another video. But yeah, if you like the Halloween haul videos, I will have a part 3 coming out probably within the next week. And there will probably be a part 4 because like I said, I am waiting anxiously for Target, Walmart, and Spirit Halloween to open up. They usually don't get their shit together until September. So if I go crazy over there, oh my gosh, we'll see. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys.